Hello everybody, it's Peter the Rock. It's Sunday the 11th of May, and I'm in a wood which you can tell by the dappled light on the bushes in front of me. As I scan round 360 degrees, there'll be a couple of features which you just won't expect. Well, three features if you count a path. Here's the first, and it's a work of art. It is a beetle attached to a tree stump. Obviously it's a beetle carved out of the tree stump, but it's quite realistic. Looks very nice. The beetle has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 legs, so it might be a lesser spotted Chorleywood 8-legged beetle. I don't know the Latin for that, but let's just say neither do you and nobody cares. More interestingly perhaps than that is a most unexpected thing, and this is a flag in the middle of a green. Now what can that mean? It means it's a golf hole. If I multiply it 8 times, because Chorleywood Wood also has, I think it's a 9-hole golf course scattered amongst the trees, although it's extremely rare to actually see anybody play golf. But it's nice to have little clearings here, there and everywhere. Sounds like a Beatles song. Where people have a nice flat green and can do a bit of putting. Golf is, I used to play golf. I played it for a year or so when I was about 34, 35. And I did all right. You know, I played on a course, a municipal course, I love that word, municipal, called Hounslow Heath, which was really just an old dump that had been converted into a golf course. So if you got into the rough, you might find a tyre or something. But it was a fairly shortish course, open to the public. You just had to pay your £5 or something, and you could do 9 holes in about an hour and a half in the lunch hour, which was great, and all the holes were different, and I did do quite well on some of the holes. If I got a 3 on a par 4, for example, that would be extremely rare, and I'd remember it to this day, which I have done. Anyway, I was there. I was playing avidly for months and months, and then I entered the winter competition, which started about, I don't know, the crack of dawn in January or February or something, about 8:30. I went round with 2 or 3 strangers, and the idea was for me to get a handicap. Well, we all went round, and I did the course in a reasonable score, and submitted the handicap card, but for some reason it never came through, and to this day I don't think I've ever had an official handicap. So that was slightly annoying. You get up at the crack of dawn in midwinter, you expect some piece of paper from the end of it. Anyway, that didn't happen, so I first broke 100 on the Uxbridge golf course, and I was so pleased I kept the ball. You can't do that sort of thing in chess. You know, if you play a knight that's a h6 or something, and it's a particularly good move, and your opponent is aghast with the beauty and splendour of your thinking process, you can't just pick up the knight, take it away with you and say, well, I'll remember that move and I'll keep the knight as a souvenir. But you can with a golf ball. So there we are. I'm sure there are other people out there, probably mostly male, who keep souvenirs of epic sporting feats, of which mine wasn't one. So there we go. It's a very pleasant wood. I've reminisced about my golf exploits. I also played golf in Portugal. There's some beautiful courses there. You can play on courses by the sea, and they stretch up into the hills a little bit, and you get a suntan, and I do recommend it. And I was playing so much in the end. The rest of my life was on hold, and I thought, I can't do this. I was improving. I did keep some kind of record of what worked for me. You know, do I wear the green trousers on a Tuesday? That sort of a thing that sometimes sportsmen are liable to do. But I was increasing. I was getting better. My scores were coming down, but so marginally. I realised then I was never going to be the next. I don't know who. Greg Norman, perhaps, was the hero of the time. I don't know. So there we are. So I recommend taking up golf because of the fresh air and the walking, the exercise, and the rewards. On any 18 holes, you will have probably 2 or 3 holes where you play quite well. It's the law of averages, really. I'd recommend taking it up, but if you want to be good, you've got to have probably some talent. Anyway, I'm in a wood. What more can a man ask? I'm going to carry on and explore. Thanks a lot for watching. It's Peter the Rock, Sunday, 11th of May. Cheers.